Alright, I have opened 1007 cases during 7 years of playing CSGO. Well, 1008 now. Sometime in 2015 I decided to create a Google spreadsheet that would track every single CSGO case I've ever opened, which got inspired by Loha. Shout out to him. There was no real goal to this spreadsheet, but obviously I wanted to have a knife on that spreadsheet, which didn't happen for 4+ years, till I got a job and money to feed my addiction, and as some of you might know, I unboxed some interesting stuff. About that a bit later in the video. And since I created this spreadsheet in 2015 and not 2013, when I already opened tons of cases, I had to go back in my inventory history. That took me hours to find every single case I opened before I created the spreadsheet, but now it's completed and accurately shows the statistics and all that good stuff. Since I don't want to make this video too long, here's 3 parts I will go through. Number 1, best items I unboxed from these cases. Number 2, percentage of each rarity. And number 3, how much money I spent and got back. Nice. So let's get into the first one. Again, since back in the day I could not be bothered to record every single item I unboxed, I don't have a lot of stuff recorded. But somehow I did record the day I unboxed my first ever knife, and here's the clip. Since I was a squeaker back then, I didn't use a microphone and spam screenshot button and spam Loha's Steam messages about how I just unboxed the knife. But yeah, first 30 cases I've ever opened, and I get an M9 bayonet boreal forest in field tested condition, which at the time was worth around 80 euros. So technically I could have stopped there while I'm ahead and in profit, but me being a dumb 15-year-old, I traded the knife in for a worse knife and items, and slowly kept downgrading knives to worse ones with added items that I would sell to open more cases on my silver account. Because back in the day there was this myth that low rank accounts have better luck on opening knives. So I deranked my second account to silver and would open over 20 cases, which didn't turn out that good for me. Forward few years and many blues, purples, pinks, and even one red item. And at that point I probably opened around 450 cases without opening a single knife. And then I got a job, and in just few months I opened twice as many cases I've opened in the last 5 years. Yeah. But I did get my first gloves, yes! Basically, I was opening cases and I ignored all cases where you could get gloves from for hundreds of cases. And then one of my mods in the chat told me to open one glove case. Just one. Fuck you, Woot. And of course I got gloves. I was really happy, but then I realized that I have to continue opening cases because my goal was to get a knife, not gloves. And so more blues, purples, pinks, and reds. Later, I finally got a knife. Yes, 907 cases for this piece of shit. Anyways, I opened like 100 more cases after that. I didn't get anything from them, but that was basically just so I can make this video, and it's technically not a clickbait. I literally opened over 1,000 cases. Anyways, part 2. Since I tracked every single item, I also have the percentages of all the items, and here they are. To get a mil-spec item, you have an 80.83% chance of getting it, and to get a stat track one, you have a 9.04% of getting it. Restricted, aka purple, is 15.69% chance of getting it, and in stat track, you have a chance of 1.19%. Classified, aka pink, you have 2.68% chance of getting this. And to get one in stat track, you have 0.40% chance of getting it, according to my spreadsheet. That is crazy. Covered items, to get a regular one, you have a chance of 0.5%. To get a stat track one, 0%. You just can't get it. I've never gotten one, and I don't think I'll ever get one. And to the last, we have rare special item. You have a 0.30% chance of getting one, and to get one in stat track, yeah, okay, dude, that's probably never gonna happen. Yeah. As you can see, the percentages are not much different from the video 3 clips Philip made 5 years ago, or a video Anomaly made 2 years ago. So the odds have probably not changed over the years, but which I do find really crazy is that for some reason unboxing a stat track covered is more rare than opening a knife. Like, what? I've gotten 3 rare special items from those 1,000 cases and not a single stat track cover. What the fuck, Wallowo? And for the last part of this video, this is going to be a really rough estimate of how much I've spent and got back. Since this spreadsheet consists of items I've opened over many years, it is really hard to track the value which I paid for or got back years ago. So these are going to be some proper Pepega mathematics. Alright, so when I started voicing over this script that I wrote for myself, after it was done, I understood that it's gonna be way too long. It took approximately 9 minutes of this whole video. So I'm gonna simplify this a bit, and I'll just tell you all the values that I calculated. Alright, so again, if you wanna know the full 5-head analogy behind all my mathematics and calculations, you can pause the video at the point where I showed my script. But basically, together, all the blues, including the stat checks, were worth around 238 euros. That's approximately, all these values are approximately, okay? All the purples were 182.5 euros, all the pinks were 145 euros, and all the reds were 70 euros. And when it comes to rare special items, I have slightly more precise value. That is 80 euros for the M9 Boreal Forest that I got back in 2015, which is worth way more right now, I don't know why. 105 euros for the gloves and 100 euros for the gut knife ultraviolet, which is 285 euros total for 3 rare special items. Are you out of your mind? There's literally people unboxing $3,000 knives. Like, what? I'm done, man. But yeah, in total from all cases I have gotten back approximately 920 euros. So from all the money I've spent, I got back around 39% of it, which is... you know, it's gambling, so I guess it's fine. I could have lost everything, right? Well, I kind of have, except all the knives I have, since I kept selling all the items. I got to open more cases, so... yeah, shit. But yeah, if you want to do something like this as well and check the history of your inventory, all you need to go is to your inventory, click more, view inventory history, and then enjoy scrolling for years and years and decades. And yeah, have fun. Anyways, it was interesting making this video, and I hope you liked it as well. And if you did like it, make sure to subscribe and like the video. And with that said, I'm out. Later. You should subscribe to PROPERNATOR on YouTube and Twitter and TikTok and Twitch, where he gets unbanned.